Ron, what have you been doing since last time we saw you on WWE television earlier this year?
Actually, I've been catching up on some family time, and trying to get personal things in order, and get settled in, I guess, for, the life, uneventful, and trying to pull my body back together, surgeries now that I should have had a long time ago, and now, things from the past, football, old injuries, carried over into wrestling compound injury, so actually been just getting those things, those two main things have been really at the surface more than anything.
And I know you're wrestling here tonight at the MCW show. Are you taking many indie shots at this point?
I've started to pick up some here lately, right? But I had to take some time to, like I said, to get myself healed up, and plus, like at home, those things too. But now that I've got more time now and feeling a little better, I'm picking them up, but I'm still, taking that careful because, hey, after all, I'm not getting younger. So let's not be a fool about that. Okay, understand me? And I am no fool about that. Believe that. Okay? Right. I know my day has gone and passed me by as far as my heyday, and I'm proud of it. So now I like to pick up a shot here and there, and keep myself and keep movements, and keep exercise and try to stay fit and enjoy it while I'm doing it.
We all know about your storied college football career at Florida State, but let's talk about wrestling for a second. As far as how did you make the transition from college football into wrestling, and were you a fan growing up at all?
Oh, of course, yeah, big time. I've always been a fan of anything that concerns prowess, the body, strength and endurance, because I've always been a finesse and a fitness nut myself growing up, so I've been a big fan a long way back, Oh God, I remember the first guys I really adored though were like when it came to muscularity, Barbarian, Tony Atlas, of course, being at the forefront, being of course, when it comes to just wrestling, period, Dusty Rhodes, of course, Ric Flair, Hero Matsuda, of course, I got a big thing for him being my trainer, naturally, and I mean, the list could go on and on, man, God, and I've had the privilege to work with these guys, that made it even better.
Now you've made, your claim to fame really is that you became the first African-American World Heavyweight Champion, 1992, right here in Baltimore, WCW. What does that actually mean to you to have accomplished that?
I've been asked that, I guess, a million times, but you know what? And each time that I answer it, I have to say that it's overwhelming to have that under my belt, literally, I mean, it means so much to me, not just to have accomplished that, but to be groundbreaking, for others to come through, I mean, hey, after all, let's put it where hey, this ain't always been an open business for blacks, okay? So, hey, if I had to, be the forefront brother to Jackie Robinson in a way, hey, I'm proud of it. So, it meant a lot to me and still does, always will.
Now, you won the title at a time when Bill Watts was in charge of WCW. Bill Watts, very polarizing figure. You hear some good, some bad. What was your experience like working with Bill Watts?
I mean, I am always and will be eternally grateful to Bill Watts for the opportunity that I got to become first black world heavyweight champion. But I mean, Bill and I always didn't get along, I'm sure that, there's like others out there, he has his moments, anybody that's worked with him, I'm sure that they'll attest to that. But I have to say that I'm grateful to him for that opportunity that he gave me, I mean, other than that, outside of the ring, we didn't carry over any relationship as far as when you say we were close and tight in any other way, but we had a functional relationship when it came to business, as far as, in the wrestling business, okay? But outside of that, it didn't carry over into it. But I'm grateful to him for the opportunity to become the first black heavyweight champion. Okay?
You alluded to the fact that things weren't always great for African Americans in this business. Personally, did you encounter any racism?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not going to stand here and tell a lie and say no. Of course, that exists, and in some ways it still does. But that's on individual scales, and you might not see it, but if you ask some guys that are individuals now that on their individual level and in their way they might experience it, Of course I did, but hey, like anything else, you have to persevere and you have to keep on going, man, work through it, and hopefully that, hey, open minds will prevail, and thank God, that, hey, that did happen in my case, Yes, that was there, and I'm hoping that it's continuing to get better as this business continues to go on, and we are seeing more and more African American men and women, get the opportunity to get to the higher ranks in this, so let's hope it continues.
I'll ask you about your former partner in the APA, John Layfield, Bradshaw. You guys just seem to have great chemistry in the ring, the way you interacted. Were you guys friends before you ever started teaming?
Oh, of course. We share similar backgrounds, Him, fun-loving like I am, outside of the ring, being a good football player that he was, love to just go out and just have fun and be ourselves, because most of the things that we came across the screen doing, that was us. So our chemistry was instant, so there was nothing to make up, too many scripts to write for us, It was that kind of instant bond, and I love that. I love the years we were together, and I love the guy, man. Good guy, good partner, and forever friend.
You guys were trying to get a fishing show together at some point, weren't you?
Yeah.
Anything ever come of that?
No, that never materialized, man. I guess, the fish just wouldn't bite. but that would have been great, We did try to get that off. I do wish that could have came, that would have hit off, Hey, who knows? Still might get it.
All right. Let me ask you again about, go back to college football for a second. I know you just had a huge honor recently being inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. Can you talk about that?
Very, very, ranks right up there, man, with being the world champion. Right there, okay? There are 4 things, if I can put on my thing. First, being nominated for being All-American. Second, being an Heisman Trophy candidate, right? First African-American champion. Hall of Fame. Can't get it, you can't ask for any more than that, man. When I walked around in College Football Hall of Fame, I saw, like I idolized great wrestlers before I got into this business. I saw my idol, Jim Brown. Bob Hayes, all of these guys that I idolize and watch as a football player. And to think I am going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame where they are encased forever, man, there is no words in Webster's dictionary to describe that. They are telling me that I was the best that I could be during my time in college. There's nothing else for me to say. Nothing,
Well, you always have one other thing to say.
Yes, I do.
And it's on your shirt. I got to ask you, how did "damn" become a catchphrase?
I think, whenever I used to get disturbed about anything, like in the dressing rooms or just in general, and my voice emanates, and it carries, right? So when I just get disgruntled, then I'll just storm off that's how that would come up, So now, I get paid to say it. So whenever I catch myself wanting to say that, I'll say, wait, I'm supposed to get paid to say that. Then I'll just say, oh, hell. And to play something, see, because, that's money.
Right.
Costing me money.
It's your money maker.
Yeah, if I'd known that 26 years ago, I never would have taken a backdrop. Okay? I just got into the ring and just looked around and damn!
No better way to end than that. Thank you, Ron.